Hello guys, and thanks for watching this new vlog. I'm still in my pajama mood. Fun fact, this is an old t-shirt from my boyfriend, but I use it now as a pajama. But I wanted to talk to you today because I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. I don't want to lose control and I think I like it. Woo! Because a few weeks ago I shared you my list of things I want to accomplish before my boyfriend comes to the Netherlands. And last week I told you this story. I text my mother like, can I borrow your car? And she allowed me because I'm not yet having an own car. I wish I have a car of my own. And at that moment I knew that I wanted to buy a car like at the end of this month or maybe at the beginning of August. It depending. But then the money I was waiting for came already this week and I was like, I can buy it this weekend. I didn't expect that at all. So I am so excited. Yesterday I was searching for some cars and we found a good garage in Amersfoort where I actually also lived before, so it's all perfect. And I found one car and I think he's still there because it was a new car. And we saw it last night on the internet, so I think it's still there. So we're going to be there early morning, or it opens at 10, the garage. So we're going to be there at 10, my sister and I, and see if that car is the one I want. Or we find another car, or we don't find a car. I mean, yes, I am in love with that specific car, but it is all second-hand car. There are all occasions. That means that can be that there are problems with the car, that it's not like how it should be in the picture, etc. So I don't want to be too excited yet and already say I am going to buy a car today, because it can be that when I'm in the car I'm like, no, I'm not feeling it. And I want that my whole body is screaming, hell yeah, this is it, I want it. Because I am that kind of person that buys really on how I feel. And things can look so amazingly good or whatever, but if it doesn't feel good, then I don't want it. I only want it when I have a feeling like, yes, I can see myself driving here to France, to whatever, to see the whole wide world. Okay, I don't think that a second-hand car can do that, but you never know. I am so grateful and so thankful and so excited for today. And of course I'm going to bring you with me, because maybe I'm going to buy my first car ever. I didn't know that this day would ever happen, that I'm going to buy a car, that I have my own car. I have my driver license for like more than 10 years. There was like a moment, I was 18 years old and a lot of my friends by then were getting their driving lessons. I went on that whole vibe and my parents saved some money for me, like when I was a baby until when I was 18. They didn't want to support me with my driver license, but they just said, we saved this money for you, you can use it on whatever you want. And I used it on having some lessons, but it took me a long time for all those lessons. It was insane. I used all the money for the lessons. But then I had my driver license and no money for a car, and I was already living all by myself. And then, you know, life happens the way it happens. And I also, like what I do now as well, I worked and lived in the same place. So yeah, for me, I didn't have any urge to go for driver or go to buy a car. And then of course I quit my rent and everything and I went to Uganda. That was also not the moment until I got serious. Well, I was already from day one serious with my boyfriend, but we got really serious, like, okay, we want to go to the Netherlands as well for a while. And then I was like, 2 people in the train, it's really more expensive than 2 people in one car, because train tickets nowadays are really expensive. And I want to have more freedom, and I also work 2 days a week now for now in another place. So it is, long story short, it is way more easy to have a car when you have that thought on your mind. The whole time you are thinking, oh, I wish I have a car. Oh, I wish I have a car. This is the moment that I'm going to buy a car. And I'm not saying it, I'm going to drive it every day, but I think I'm going to use it way more often. I have to be aware that I still will use my bike. This is a thing I'm going to say to future Jetske. Jetske, if you have your car, you're still going to bike some days to your sister's place because your sister's place is nearby. And I know it's really easy to take the car and it can when it's rainy or windy or whatever. But if it's sunny, you're going to use your bike. Use your bike as well a lot because I have that thing that I walk a lot and I barely use my bike. But if I'm now going to use it anymore, that's not good. My coffee is almost done. I have to put some milk in it and then I'm ready to go to the garage. Okay, I stop. I talked already too much. Now you know how I am in the morning. It's like 8 in the morning, but I'm like on fire. And I'm not even having my coffee. My boyfriend would say, I think you have your coffee. No, you don't. This is me without having coffee. This is the difference between me and my boyfriend. I'm a morning person. He's not. But he's an evening person. I'm not. But hey, we find each other in the afternoon and that's okay. Okay, newsflash, I was going to the garage. I went to the garage, I have to say. But then I came there and they didn't have the car that I saw online because that one is a new car, or not a new car, but it is new in their section. How do you say that? In their garage. And what they told me is that normally the administration put it online already in the evening and then most of the time the next morning the cars arrive. But it doesn't happen when it's weekends. So the delivery guy don't work on the Saturday, so the earliest that it will be is on Monday. And there were like a lot of new cars we saw online which weren't there yet. We did one test drive with another car. It was a green car. It was also an automatic car, like not a manual but automate. To be honest, at first I was kind of excited about the car. It was a nice color, the wires look nice. But then we did like a test drive and my brother-in-law told me and my sister, because my sister was joining me, he told us before, like, okay, also go on the highway with the car so you know how it feels when you drive 100 km per hour, like when you drive fast, and how it goes when you go from 0 to 100, or at least from 50 to 100. Before we went on the highway, we were standing still at the traffic lights. I was pushing the brake, but it was like shaking, you know, and with manual, when you don't push the clutch, I already searched for that, when you don't push the clutch very well, then it's going to shake and then it's going to shut down. But now it was an automate, so it can't be, you know, there is no clutch, so I couldn't do anything. And then my sister was like, huh, what's going on here? And I was like, I don't know. And then the sign of the oil was like getting like turning on in the car, and that is also when there are things on your dashboard are going to turn on, that's never a good sign. So we were looking at each other, we were like, this is not good. But then it turned off and it drove very well. And I was like, okay, I don't know, maybe it was just for this moment. But we kept it in our head, like, okay, this is, you don't want that. You don't want to buy a car which has already one problem. And then we came on the highway and I drove like 100 and then it starts also to shake. And again, the oil was like turning on in the car and I was like, okay. So we went back to the dealer and we told them, of course, that we didn't want it and what the problem was. But I had the feeling, since this car was also quite like new in their assortment, that the guy was like, oh shit, we didn't know it as well. So they either going to fix it or reduce the price and tell online what's the problem. I'm not a handyman, I don't know how this works, but I also don't want to drive a car and like the next day have to go to a garage to fix something and pay another 600 euro above my price of my new car. It's not a new car, but you know what I mean. So yeah, then we saw 2 other cars and one was quite okay, but it was in the same price as the car I saw before. And I was like, okay, you know, since they are both the same price, I want to see that car that I saw online because I fell in love with that car. And I want to see if the love is also in real life, because also in my dating life, in my past days, I could fall in love already with a guy with a picture and then I saw him in real life and I was like, your picture was way better than how you are now. And then they start talking and I was like, no. So maybe it's also with the car. I see the car now online and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm in love. And then I see it in real life and I'm like, I want to bring you all along on Monday as well. If I'm going to buy a car on Monday, I have no idea. Because it can be that the cars are not yet delivered then. Because I don't know at what time the delivery guy will come. I have a nice vlog for you. Keep on continue filming this weekend. I'm also going to film tomorrow, but today, I don't know, it is windy, it is rainy, it is a fantastic summer day in the Netherlands. So, to be honest, the things I'm going to do now is search for the cars. Maybe I'm going to tell you which cars I'm interested in, but then it will be a mess for my editor to edit this. But I think I'm going to search for the cars that I'm interested in. I think I want to make a playlist for my favorite music while driving, because you know, it's a very important thing. And for the rest of the day, I don't know what's happening. It's now 2 o'clock. In the afternoon, I'm just relaxing. And I have also no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow. I thought last week I told you about the festival, but maybe I'm going to be there like in 3 weeks with another friend. We just live the day by the minute, and if there comes something fun or interesting, I will tell you. Hello guys, it's now Sunday and I thought I'm going to bring you with me to a nice place nearby my house. It's called Naarden-Vesting. It's really nice. It has a lot of water around. I'm now already near to the water and it's like what I said, surrounded by water. And when my boyfriend was here in the Netherlands, he loved this place. So I should say, let's take a look. And actually when I went supping with my sister, the plan was to go to this water. We didn't reach there because one of us was not going fast. It was me, yes, I know. But hey, welcome in Naarden-Vesting. My boyfriend liked it even so much that he said to me that he can live here. But unfortunately it's really expensive to live here. So enjoy Naarden-Vesting. Fun fact, this building behind me is where I started to have theater classes, but then it moved to another building. It's also here, but now we are in a whole different location, which is actually close to my place. But this is where my theater, I don't want to say theater career because I'm not a professional actor, but this is where I had my theater lessons. So behind me is the second location where we had theater lessons, but then I was already an adult. Like I started there, then I was like 14 years old, so imagine how long that ago is. How do you say that, how long ago that is? My English is not Englishing today. This is also the square area where normally on Saturday there is a market there, every Saturday. Let's see more about Vesting because they have also some nice shops. The plan was actually to walk now out of the Vesting back home, but I chose the wrong exit because there are, now I have to say it good, I think 3 or 4 exits and I can use 2 quick exits home. But now we're going to walk like a nice road because the Vesting is surrounded by water. Around that water it's a whole walking area. My goodness, sometimes my English is not that bad, but sometimes there are some words that I'm like, what is this in English? Because I rarely use it. But like this, you can just walk around the Vesting and it's really nice though. If you walk the whole Vesting, it is like 3 kilometers. But now I'm going to use this road just to get the other exit because the exit that's over there, that is the exit that leads to the thrift shop. It's also very nice. In the past I came here quite often. I run around here, so I knew already I run 3 kilometers or I went to the thrift shop, but it is really long time ago that I went to the thrift shop or run around here. So yeah, it is good to just walk around. So yeah, I'm now going back home. I am now home after my walk. It's now 6 in the evening and I was already very hungry. So I had this from the fridge. I cooked rice with veggies, some vegan chicken and some peanut. It looks really like peanut, but it is peanut. So yeah, I'm going to eat that and then I'm going to tune out for this evening, just chilling, watching some videos and having a relaxing evening. You know if I have a car or not, or if it's going to be continued. Okay, here is the Jetske from Monday with the news that I bought this orange car. I can pick it up on Wednesday. I won't film that, but you will see it just in the next video. And then I will talk more about the car and I'm excited and I'm thankful and I'm blessed. That's the only thing I want to say. So let's go further with the Jetske from either Saturday or Sunday. Thanks for watching anyway. I hope you liked it. Please put a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you at the next video. Bye bye!